Welcome to this tutorial on using the SDK for Uniswap Impermanent loss. Uniswap is a popular decentralized exchange protocol that allows users to trade assets in a trustless manner. However, providing liquidity to Uniswap comes with a risk known as impermanent loss. In this guide, we will walk you through the process of using the SDK to mitigate this risk. First, it is essential to understand what impermanent loss is. Impermanent loss occurs when the value of the assets in a liquidity pool changes, resulting in a loss for the liquidity provider. This loss is impermanent because it can be reversed if the asset prices return to their original state. To use the Uniswap SDK, you will need to install it in your project. The SDK provides a set of tools and libraries that allow you to interact with the Uniswap protocol programmatically. Once installed, you can use the SDK to calculate the impermanent loss for a given liquidity pool. The SDK provides a function to calculate the impermanent loss based on the current prices of the assets in the pool and the amount of liquidity provided. You can use this function to determine the potential loss before providing liquidity to a pool. To mitigate impermanent loss, you can use the SDK to implement a strategy known as range ordering. Range ordering involves providing liquidity to a pool within a specific price range, reducing the risk of impermanent loss. The SDK provides tools to help you implement this strategy and optimize your liquidity provision. Best practices for using the Uniswap SDK include monitoring the prices of the assets in the pool and adjusting your liquidity provision accordingly. You should also consider the fees associated with providing liquidity and the potential risks of impermanent loss. In summary, using the Uniswap SDK to mitigate impermanent loss involves calculating the potential loss, implementing a range ordering strategy, and monitoring the prices of the assets in the pool. By following these steps and best practices, you can reduce the risk of impermanent loss and maximize your returns as a liquidity provider on Uniswap.